A big story coming in from Kerala. It's been a massive revelation over the gold scam investigation that, remember, had been a huge showdown in Kerala. Now the key accused explosive conversation on the WhatsApp has been accessed by India today. Now, the questions that emerge from that is whether Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan lobbied for accused Swapna Suresh. So in this conversation of the accused that has been accessed by us, and I am quoting a part of it, that the Chief Minister, and this is mentioned in the chat, Chief Minister asked me to get a job for Swapna. This could possibly mean that Kerala Chief Minister's former aide is exposing any sort of conspiracy. This while a remand plea bombshell that's been accessed. We'll quickly get in more details on that and go across to Shibimol for the latest on that. Shibimol, how precisely is this WhatsApp conversation going to be used by the investigators, and how does it land at the Chief Minister's door? Whose WhatsApp? What does it mean?
Pooja, in this particular case, now the main evidence that the ED is pointing out in the remand copy is the WhatsApp conversation between former Principal Secretary to Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan M. Shivashankar and one of the other accused in this particular case, the Life Mission scam case, Swapna Suresh, in which he asked her to be a little careful because if something goes wrong in the handling of this entire thing, the blame will be put on her. That's what he says, and then he goes on to say, Chief Minister has asked to offer you a job which will be a low-profile job, but the salary will be doubled, is what he says. Now, this is what the ED has highlighted, saying that Shivashankar has a role in this case. Now, this Life Mission case is in regards to the building of houses for the people who lost their homes in the 2018 Kerala floods. Now, the Life Mission project is a very ambitious project, a flagship event of the Kerala government that was launched in 2019 with the aid of an NGO in UAE. Now, this was being done via the UAE consulate where Swapna Suresh was also an employee. Now, to get the contract of this project, particular builders had offered kickbacks to the accused in the case. Now, that includes Shivashankar also, is what the ED is saying, and that's when the investigation, because the other accused in the case, Swapna Suresh as well as Sarit, all of them are also accused in the gold smuggling as well as the dollar smuggling case. Now, they said that Shivashankar had a role in this, and that's when he was investigated, and he was evading the questions in the last few days. Since the last 3 days, ED was questioning Shivashankar, but he was evading the questions. He was not cooperating, is what the ED officials said, and that's when they decided to arrest him, and now he has been sent to 5 days custody, and the remand report to get the custody of Shivashankar is where ED has said that these WhatsApp chats clearly indicate that he had a role in this. Remember, he was the Principal Secretary when this incident took place to Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan. He's a close aide of Chief Minister also, and this has also led to a political clash because while holding the office as
Shibimol, stay on with me because yes, we want to bring in more details and just reiterate for our viewers and remind them why this case has been so significant for Kerala politics. Investigation is on about the gold scam. So what you're looking at on your screens, read carefully, is that conversation. A remand report has been submitted by the ED in the PMLA court, and you can see that this conversation between Swapna Suresh and a former Chief Minister's aide as well, where they're discussing the WhatsApp messages which is of 2019. And Swapna, you should be careful. This conversation is happening between the two. Now, Siva also writes, don't get involved now. A sort of a cautionary message that has gone ahead. You will be blamed if things go wrong. The conversation that continues about what Swapna Suresh has also said. So she, of course, has taken note of what has been said, that she'll inform other two members who could be mutual acquaintances. But this is where he mentions it. He says, the Chief Minister asked me to get a job for you. Was this a message implying that there was trouble brewing already? And this is why it is Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan's door where this information has now landed up. Shibimol, so as we are reading out this conversation, appears to be definitely some caution that is being suggested, but also in a way it looks like Shiva, who's been a close aide of the Chief Minister, saying that be cautious because it is the Chief Minister who's asked me to get a job for you. So they are also ensuring that it does not get the Chief Minister in the loop. Eventually it did.
Well, absolutely. In fact, M. Shivashankar mentioning Chief Minister asking. Now, in the remand copy, if we clearly observe, there has been no other place where this has been mentioned. But towards the end is where he goes on to say, CM has asked to get a job for you. Now, what exactly? Why is Chief Minister asking him to get a job for her with double salaries? What the ED or the officials has to reveal here, because there's a lot of lack of clarity regarding that, whether he was aware of this, whether Chief Minister was aware of what was going on in a project that's a dream project, a flagship event of the local self-government of Kerala. Now, that's something that needs to be that's something we need a little more clarity on, because these are allegations and these are statements is what the accused here, Swapna Suresh, has earlier said that, Shivashankar had a role in it, is what she has earlier accused. But here, Chief Minister asking for a job. Now, there are also reports that Shivashankar earlier had said that since she has worked with IT firms here and she had a great profile, Chief Minister is really impressed with her work and he wants to take her into a government service, is what earlier some chat of Shivashankar had revealed. Now here, what exactly is what he meaning is something that we need to get more clarity on. Was he aware of what was going on? Was he aware of the scam that was going on? Because here, around 4 to 5 crore of kickback is what was offered to all the accused in the case, including M. Shivashankar, since he's a very close aide of Chief Minister Pinarayi Vijayan.
And Shibimol, isn't it correct, just for the benefit of our viewers, this was a case that exploded specifically in 2020 in Kerala, when the key accused, Swapna Suresh, said that not only just Pinarayi Vijayan but his whole family were aware about the gold smuggling through diplomatic baggage. Remember in 2020 when there were about 20 kilograms, if I'm correct, of gold that was recovered by the officials at the airport, and it was supposed to be meant for a consulate abroad, and that is when it completely blew out. So Shibimol, this time, because she's already mentioned the Chief Minister was aware, and with these WhatsApp conversations now coming in, this is not just about Chief Minister, this could actually become much more beyond it.
Well, absolutely. In fact, here in the ED's remand report also, what ED goes on to say is this includes a larger nexus. This can have a larger nexus of a lot of government authorities, high-profile government authorities. But here what we have to observe is these are two completely different cases. The gold smuggling, dollar smuggling case and the life mission scam cases are two different cases here. The life mission scam case came out in 2019, whereas the gold smuggling gold smuggling case broke out in 2020. The 2019 case was, in fact, after the complaint was raised, Kerala government itself had launched an investigation into the case, and later the CBI as well as the vigilance registered a case. And when
stay on with me, Shibimol, because of course it's become a political showdown for the state of Kerala. Opposition is all guns blazing. I'm joined on the phone line by BJP's KJ Alphonse, and from who's been in fact, Mr. KJ Alphonse, when you look at these chats, does it indict the Chief Minister at all, or it could be about just a close aide discussing with the key accused, or do you think this correctly now can become much more about what the Chief Minister was aware about, even if not involved just yet?
See, it's very clear that the Chief Minister was involved and his office was deeply involved. After Shivashankar was the Principal Secretary to the Chief Minister. And you see, this entire thing is so much interlinked. The gold smuggling, I think about 22 times gold was smuggled into the country with the connivance of the Chief Minister's Principal Secretary's assistants. And then, of course, all these diversion of money into various projects like the Life Mission, and where corruption was involved, bribing was involved, and money was recovered. So I don't think any of this can happen without the knowledge of the Chief Minister, active connivance of the Chief Minister's office, and I think it's very, very clear.
Sir, what do you have to say about how this is going to progress in the state of Kerala? Because this is going to be a huge political issue. It's about Chief Minister misusing his power. But it's not just the Chief Minister, it's the whole system there in the state that is currently in the question. And we're talking about India's image here. We're talking about close to state politics, but also with global repercussions. This was about smuggling to other nations.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, obviously it has global repercussions, the image of the country, because if a diplomatic channel was used for smuggling of gold into the country with the connivance of the Chief Minister's office, it speaks very poorly of India and India's image. And of course, there is a complete breakdown of administration as you see the Chief Minister's office being involved in the gold smuggling scandal, and there were huge amount of money being paid to the Chief Minister's officials as bribe. I think all these points to a very sorry state
There needs
of
to be a
affairs.
statement that should come from Chief Minister, if at all, that could end and clarify any accusations against him that are rising. Do you think a clarification or a statement? Yes.
The Chief Minister needs to explain how all these things happened, and or he should say, well, I'm an idiot. I don't know what is happening in the state. I mean, he has the choices. Either he has to say, well, all this I knew. There is an involvement of my office, and so it should be investigated. Or he should say, I'm an idiot. I don't know what is happening in the state of Kerala. Either way, it's bad for him.
Oh, all right. So, of course, the BJP is all guns blazing against the government, but it's important. Will the Chief Minister give out a statement, clarify, ensure that there is a impartial investigation? So, even if these accusations are very serious, eventually it is because it is leading directly to the door of the Chief Minister.